Hey everyone. Ugh, I'm gonna say it's been a while again, but it's probably only been like 2 days. Um, Hello. I got this giant scarf. Um, Layla got it for me, and I love it. It's gigantic. It says scarf on it, but it also says scarf slash poncho slash blanket. So it's trying to be all three, but it's mostly just a giant blanket. Or sorry, it's either a tiny blanket or a giant scarf. It's huge. It's supposed to be a poncho. So it's about the size of it's the size of a poncho, but it's like I like wearing it as a scarf. It's so fucking it's gigantic. It's also this nice texture which incidentally matches my my pajama pants and my shirt that I was wearing and my pillow and like everything that I fucking own, including my favorite jacket, which is inspired by Kingdom Hearts. I'm not gonna show it. That's the jacket that I got from Etsy. That was became a huge fiasco. Anyway, um, did I turn this light off ever? I did. Um, I kind of wish I never moved that because I don't know where I could. I guess IKEA is where I would get that lamp. I forgot where I got it, but I want a new one. Now that I'm thinking that cause it was sitting around, and then I made a video of Riku, the Bring Arts. I don't know. I just thought it'd be a good idea for me to do a figure review one time, and then it completely ruined my light setup because that was the closest thing I had to a light. So I ruined it when I moved it. Like it was working fine. I guess it was just it was just hinging on death that whole time. Um, but yeah, um, it's been, I would say, an eventful couple of days. Sorry if you're hearing a bunch of noise. I'm trying to find something to prop this thing on. Hello. This should be fine. Speaking of figures, though, I got this thing. Revoltech recently re-released a bunch of their old figures under the Legacy of Revoltech line. Can I move that back a little bit, maybe? Ugh, kinda. That's fine. So I got Gurren Lagann, of course. I actually have. Can I even get to the box? Yeah, fuck it. I actually have this guy from a long, long time ago. So, I think Gurren Lagann came out in like 2007, and for the like around the time that the show came out, they came out with a couple of figures for Gurren Lagann, and I wasn't a big fan, or at least I didn't know about Gurren Lagann until a few years after that. Um, but anyway, they came out with the regular version of Gurren Lagann, and then the full drillized version, which is essentially the same figure except it's really hard to hold because it's very sharp on all ends. And I have it right here actually. This guy. Oh sorry, that's so blurry. Yeah, that's not helping it at all. There you go. He's really sharp. He's very very sharp. But I picked this. My sister was buying it for me, and I picked this because it was like $30 compared to the regular Gurren Lagann, which was like I think like $50-$60 at the time. And when I finally started working and getting my own money, I checked back. I was like, I want to buy it. And then I checked, and it was like hundreds of dollars. I was like, it was at least 100 something dollars, and I was thinking about buying it. And actually, very recently, I looked it up again, and I was like, ugh, I should buy it. And then I didn't. And then the very next week, I checked on Big Bad Toy Store, and they had the Legacy of Revoltech line coming up, and they had this fucking guy. So this, by the way, is not the original packaging, if you can tell. It says Legacy of Revoltech over there. This is a repackaged version. It's actually very sleek. The original version of this was under the Yamaguchi line or something like that. It was for the 5th anniversary, so it came out in like 2012, and I found the packaging to be kind of messy. I mean, it's pretty similar to this. I just thought that it was a little bit messy. It actually looked a little bit like the Bring Arts one, that one that I'm pointing to right now. Kind of looked like that, except that one I can kind of I can kind of excuse it because that's what all of them look like all the Bring Arts line kind of look like that, kind of regal, look like with the bows and stuff like that, or the ribbons at the bottom, and what would you call that? Like the ornate patterning. Yeah, but this one it's kind of haphazard, like like this is the old style, the Yamaguchi line. Revoltech Yamaguchi. I did like this thing though, this little slipcover. I never took that off, but anyway, I saw that it was on sale for like the same price that it used to be like years ago, and I was like, fuck it, dude, I'll buy it. And here, I'll show it to you. They made some changes, I can imagine. I don't know if it's faulty, but I found that the jetpack doesn't stay on as much, or stay on as easily. Like might be some issue with the actual peg itself because it's on an angle. But the sculpt on it is very nice. It's a bit cleaner, I find. If I can move that a little bit, I guess. This is very poor lighting to show off a figure. Trust me, it looks much better in real life. But it, I feel like the sculpt is the same. If actually, yeah, I feel like they reused the same sculpt, but they made better. I guess the attention to detail is a little bit better, all things considering. They did make some changes though, like a bunch of the major joints are of a different material that I'm noticing. I don't unfortunately have the original Gurren Lagann with a Gurren Wing figure to compare it to, because if I did have that, I wouldn't buy it again. But I've always wanted the original Gurren for some reason, just because I don't know, it's my favorite fucking show. Um, and I always thought that base Gurren Lagann with the jetpack looked really cool. As cool as the drill version is, I've always wanted the regular version with the jetpack. Um, but yeah, they made some changes to the paint, slight alterations to like that's a slight change in tone. I know it's super hard to tell. I know this is amazing. Like you see that it's kind of more of a brownish gray as opposed to the old version, which is it's kind of a similar brownish gray, but it's so hard to tell. My light setup's not great for this. Yeah, I know that doesn't help. Whatever. This isn't a figure review anyway, but I just wanted to show that off. Yeah, not much else going on around me, honestly. I mean, nothing that I really want to talk about. But my friend recently she applied at my job. So, and she just had her orientations. Super excited. I saw her for like a split second. So that was really cool. So she's gonna start working there at the store. It's gonna be a little bit weird, honestly. Not because I'll be working with her, but because I used to like, there's like a clear division between like my friends from college, or sorry, my friends from high school, my theater friends, and then my friends from work. Like I didn't have like I mean, granted, like there'd be that set of friends that I would always hang out with, which was always my theater friends, but a lot of them would be busy because being theater kids and all, they would be always in between shows or whatnot, or doing something. So a lot of the time, I'd pick people that I would find someone to hang out with, and there would always be a clear, definitive line as to who was what. Like everyone fit into their own group, but just now my friend's gonna be working with me. So I think it's gonna be strange. But should be fun. Should be fun. And if it doesn't work out, I'm gonna quit. But I'm kidding. But that's pretty much it for me. I'm just gonna sit here and just pose this guy. Apparently, I don't know how to pose Gurren Lagann in anything other than a slight flying pose, like a hovering pose, because that's what I've had this guy set up in for like years. He's collecting so much dust. Time to put you in the box, I think. Time for you to go in the box. Ow, he's so sharp. But that's it for me. I guess this figure will tide me over until Kairi comes up. These are not nearly as sharp as the I don't know if that's a change either. I wish I had the original one to compare it to because I feel like they made some changes to the material. Like the spikes on this jetpack are soft, um, and not nearly as sharp. Whereas these ones are like hard as fuck. Like you throw it at someone, it will hurt them. Like, whereas this one, like it might hurt, but like it wouldn't hurt as much. It would hurt as much as throwing a plastic action figure at someone. Um, that's it. I'm gone. Until next time. That's it for me. I hope everyone has a fantastic time in their life. Enjoy life, as the great Tommy Wiseau says. Catch you later.